Welcome to the HMG Executive Leadership Spotlight. Here's our host, Hunter Muller.
Hello and welcome to the HMG Spotlight. I'm Hunter Muller, founder and CEO of HMG Strategy. Excited and delighted to be here with Mark Sander. He's the Chief Digital Information Officer for Azurity. Mark, congratulations on being a 2024 HMG Strategy Global Leadership Institute CIO of the Year.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you've had an amazing career, some 30 plus years in pharma. Talk to us about the depth and level of experience in a very interesting industry.
Sure. So I actually started my career right out of college, had a degree in computer science, believe it or not, from Carnegie Mellon, but went into operations management and a program at Bristol Myers Squibb, their consumer products division. That launched me into multiple jobs over the next 10, 12 years in operations, in manufacturing, in engineering. At one point, I was a plant manager for Pfizer. The plant that I operated was our clinical supplies manufacturing, packaging, and distribution facility. From there, I spent some time in the PBM industry at Merck Medco, today you know as Express Scripts, or Cigna, I believe, owns them. And then I went to Shearing during their record-breaking consent decree, where I ran IT for all of the sites within the consent decree and helped that record-breaking remediation. And from there, I went on to several smaller companies, ranging from startup to mid-size.
So, many people would think that's a weakness, having all these different experiences, but it's a huge strength in this very dynamic world we live in. Everything's changing, accelerated innovation and disruption. At Azurity, you've done some amazing job going from Chief Information Officer to CDIO. Talk to us about that, Mark.
So, yeah, I was hired to be our first IT leader, only the company had enough vision to know that it was digital, not just IT. The digital side of my responsibilities include an ecosystem we built, machine learning based, that basically directs our sales force and next best action, next best customer, and allows us to market a tremendous number of products through a very small sales force. Our average salesman carries a dozen plus products in their bag, which is unheard of in this industry, and they can do that because of this ecosystem we've built. I also had to build, basically from the ground up, our core IT infrastructure. Typical in private equity, they started with a very small company, kept buying more and more companies. When I got here, there was 2 full-time people in IT and 2 contractors. By the end of the year, I'll have 39 people in 2 countries.
Being engaged with the C-suite, the line of business, the CEO and the board matters more than ever. Talk to us about your relationship with the C-suite.
So I report to the CEO, and I am an equal member of the executive leadership team. We call them CXOs. I'm just one of them, same as the CFO or the COO or the Chief Commercial Officer. Chief Commercial Officer. I am at all of our board meetings, and actually quarterly I present overall update on our IT environment, but also on this core ecosystem of machine learning, the machine learning based ecosystem that I mentioned, since that's one of our core pillars of differentiation for our company.
So Mark, further on to that point, how did you go from an order taker to a driver of innovation in the strategic agenda?
It's not easy. Some of it's how you structure your organization. I created a group called Business Enablement, which is a combination of classic relationship management and applications management. Let's face it, the majority of what we run in company our size in pharma today is software as a service. You're not programming, you're configuring, and you're working with vendors, or occasionally you're building reporting or interfaces between them. I first structured that team to be able to get out there and work with the business at the director and VP level. Also, I spend a lot of time working with my peers. Very fortunate on our executive leadership team that we spend almost 2-3 days twice a month together, since a lot of us are virtual or in different locations, on location together. That allows me to work with them shoulder to shoulder and stay current and basically drive innovation.
And Mark, a little bit about your leadership style. How would you characterize it?
So I've had this characterized by several of my directs. They say I'm a benevolent dictator running a democracy. And what do they mean by that? When we have a problem and we work as a leadership team under me, everybody has a say. We have discussions, we work on things together, but the 80-20 rule comes in. So 80% of the time, that's the way we want to work. when we have to cut the budget, when we have a crisis, you can't always work by consensus. And that's where I have to come in as a leader and make a decision and work with people offline to kind of drive us in the appropriate direction.
It's interesting, Mark. I love that. That's my mantra or my ethos as well on leadership. You're spot on there. Final comments around the innovation cycle we're in right now, and where does AI fit into it?
So that's also a very good question. There's a lot of hype on AI, and I'll say all the way up through people in my company. And I think you first have to break down AI into its components and understand which ones actually solve your problems. From the machine learning side, we're doing quite a bit with that. In the next quarter, we are going to do a pilot with language generation and actually see if we can build something that you can talk to that will go find data and answer your questions, kind of like a bot. But you need to go slow. That's not something you just invest. Again, recognizing we're in the pharmaceutical industry, highly regulated, I can't exactly have some AI tool sending physicians custom-written emails. That would be a problem.
Mark, great stuff, great insights. I love your story. Again, thank you for being a long-term HMG supporter, and congratulations on being a winner of the 2024 HMG Leadership Global Institute CIO of the Year.
Thank you.
For more information, please visit hmgstrategy.com and keep up to date by following us on our social media platforms. Thank you.